everybody. My first guest, of course, is an Academy Award-nominated actor who has starred in numerous films, including Schindler's List, Rob Roy, and Gangs of New York. You can now see him in the new film Kinsey, for which he received a Golden Globe nomination. I think this happened just yesterday. Please welcome Liam Neeson. I'm cheating. I have...
Conan, I'm sorry.
Yes?
There's a good Irish Catholic bouncing baby Jesus on a bungee.
I know.
Everlasting fire, mate.
I know. I sing a song called I'm Gonna Go to Hell When I Die, and it's sweeping the nation. It's not good. It's not good at all. I always forget. I've run into you a few times. You're
usually at the fights.
That's right. I went and saw a prize fight at Madison Square Garden. We ran into each other,
That's
and
right.
I'm 6'4". You must be 6'5".
I'm 6'4" and a wee bit.
Right.
Barefoot.
Right. Well, that's why I have I'm 8 inches of my height is this right here.
I wish I had that.
There's mayonnaise. I can rent it out for occasions. It's great to have you on the show. I want to ask you something first before we get started on all the other questions. And just as an Irishman, I want to ask you, I grew up 100% Irish family, hearing all these crazy expressions, and I don't even know what they mean.
Yes.
And I guess they've been handed down. And my mother, when we were misbehaved as kids, used to say, "You better behave. Stop being a bold stump." And I was like, "What the hell are you talking about?" Do you know what bold stump means? Have you ever heard it in Ireland?
I swear I haven't.
You haven't heard it?
Like B-O-L-D.
B-O-L-D. You're being a bold stump.
Right, bold, I know.
Yeah, you're being bold,
being naughty.
but stump.
Stump.
Yeah.
Stump.
Yeah, I have no idea, and so I'm under the impression that she's just making them up. Like, stop it! You're being a corn-crusted pirate, and we'll be like, did you make that up? No, that goes way back to the old country.
Right.
But there are funny ones. There's shut your gob means shut your mouth,
Shut
right?
your gob, yeah.
I love that.
Shut your gob.
This is your gob, right?
Yeah. And there's another one in Belfast, when they want to say, how are you doing? You know, it's like, "Bout ye."
What is that? That's just a burp. That's not
It is.
That's no one asking you how you're doing.
Let's say, "Bout ye, big lad." You know, "Oh, I'm doing very well, thanks you."
Right. Well, you know what's funny is that in this country, people assume that the Irish sort of speak like the Lucky Charms elf. Like, "Oh, how are you doing?" They really don't.
And
it's very
also,
hard to understand real Irish speak.
Well, there's lots, like America, there's hundreds of accents. You know?
Right.
But I'm also a wee bit peeved when I get, "You're from Ireland, right?" "Yeah." "Do you know John Murphy from..."
Yeah.
Like Ireland's that size. You know?
Right.
"It's 4.5 million people."
Well, I get, my last name's O'Brien, and they'll say, like, "Oh, I must know someone who's related to you, because I know a guy in Ireland named O'Brien."
But the chances are
that's 4.1 million R. O'Brien is the last name. It's just a name anybody can grab off the street and call themselves. Right. And then there's a good one. What is it? You're your mama's blouse, or no? You're a big girl's
blouse.
You're a big girl's blouse.
I know.
I got that one all the time.
I mean, what is the derivation of a big girl's blouse? I have no idea.
I wore a girl's blouse as a child, so it made sense to me.
It goes way back.
It goes way back. This film, Kinsey, everybody's talking about this film, and I saw it last night and electrified. I really did love this movie.
Thanks,
I'm curious, Kinsey.
No, you didn't fast forward, no?
I didn't. God, no, I didn't. I don't fast forward through films about sex. I watch them very slowly, again and again.
Because it was all about sex.
Well, no, but it's the theme of the movie. And it's really what this man was about. Kinsey he
was a sex researcher.
Right.
He
one of the first one to sort of apply scientific methods to
to absolutely take away love and emotion and study and write these phenomenal books on what we all do behind closed doors, and sometimes not behind closed doors.
I leave the door open.
And they became huge.
I'm like, look what I'm doing. Well, this raises the question for me: how did you learn about sex growing up? Did your parents have the talk with you? How did it work?
No, it didn't have a talk, but I have to say it was bathroom walls, toilet walls.
Right.
You know.
I think that's how we all. That's how it works.
I get it.
Right.
But,
because I know that in an Irish family, they don't talk about these things.
And we didn't talk about it at school.
Right.
And I remember when I started seriously courting at the age of 24.
You waited till you were 24.
Yeah, about 23, 24. Going to
Right.
a dance in Belfast and fancying this girl and wondering how I could buy her a lemonade.
Right.
And seriously, I'm not
Was this
exaggerating.
1885? Yeah. May I buy you a lemonade? There you go.
Because they don't sell alcohol.
Yeah. Those are simple, yeah. But I know what it's like. I know.
No, but Conan, I'll tell you what she said. I have to tell you just because it's gospel truth. We're dancing away. I thought I have to ask her. Do you want to come over and something? And eventually she read my thoughts and said, "Do you mind sitting down? Your feet are killing me."
You learn like.
I swear,
well, it's also the sarcasm too. They can just take you out. Yeah. So you weren't confident with
Oh,
girls.
gosh, no.
Yeah.
Still I'm not.
Still, I'm not. Oh, come on, you're Liam. Neeson. This is huge. This is,
You'd be surprised.
Really? No, I wouldn't be. Anyway, moving on.
Right.
I was sure fame would change things, but no. Now it's Christmas time. How do you celebrate Christmas in your family?
Well, traditionally, my wife's a fantastic cook. Thankfully, she's on her way back from Shanghai tonight. She was making a movie out there, so she should be arriving about midnight.
Well, that was half an hour ago. Now,
But very traditionally, I dress up as Santa. I have two little boys, 8 and 9 years of age.
Right.
And, I think this year
you dress up as Santa?
Oh yeah. But I do it kind of quite subtly. I'm outside. It's Christmas Eve about 5 o'clock, where it's not pitch dark, but it's dark, and I kind of run through the woods. So they just get a little hint of redness, and that's just my face.
Yeah. There's this strange man running through the woods. That sounds scary.
That's that Irish actor, Lionel Nelson.
That's not fooling anybody. All right. Well, we have to get to this because this film. So many people are talking about this movie, and I want to discuss Kinsey. We have a clip here,
sure.
but we should familiarize people a little bit in case they're not aware what this film is about.
He was a starred scientist. He was a professor in Indiana University in Bloomington. He was studying gall wasps, which are that size, for 20 years, and he segued into studying male and female sexuality.
And then, and it shocked people at the time because nobody had ever talked about these things openly, and let alone write books about it.
And let alone not use the words like masturbation, penis, vagina, stuff like that.
I think you should go. I really think.
My wife's back, right?
I have not matured over all this time.
I
can't handle it.
I should have checked with Frank. Can I say these words or not?
No, yes, you can. You can do whatever you want. Well, we have a clip here from Kinsey.
Right.
What do we need to know?
This is him delivering his first lecture to students about sex.
Yeah, at a time when, as you can tell from the clip, this is taking place, I believe...
1938.
Yeah, 1938, and this just wasn't done. Take a look. It is a fascinating story.
That's what we're doing. Yeah. Very, very important part of our cultural history, you know?
Yeah, and
he was a very bright man.
So controversial at the time, even when you're watching the film, because I think one of the things, so many people are used to seeing sex depicted in different movies, but there's something about this that's a lot more arresting because it's taking place at a time when no one talked about it.
Absolutely.
And it's all true.
And for all we knew, nobody did it either in those days, you know?
No, they found another way. Kinsey is in select cities, and this was a real thrill having you on. Always wanted to have you on the show. Thank you so much. Liam Neeson, Triple H coming up. We'll take a break.